It is February 5th, 11:23 p.m. Today I worked, got a lot of work done. No work's going to carry over into tomorrow, which is great. And that's kind of all I did today. I ate oatmeal for dinner, and we had a meeting in the D&D server for Harry's campaign. Harry got everybody together. We all did a video call and talked about what we want out of D&D and all sorts of things, and it was very productive. And I'm glad that he's getting to run a campaign with everybody. I think they all wanted to do D&D, so there is a little part of me that's sad that I'm not DMing because I don't want to do D&D and I just want to do Morkborg, and I don't think they're interested in Morkborg. But that's okay. Later down the line, once Harry's done his thing, I'll ask again. And if no one wants it, then I'm not a DM, and that's totally fine. Everybody had good things to say about the previous campaign that I did too, which was nice. And then I tried to write more of that song. It's tough. It's really tough. I can almost hear it, and I keep tweaking it in little ways to get it closer, but it's just not... I don't know, man. I don't know how I did it in the past. How you did it in the past. Maybe you've hopefully reclaimed some kind of songwriting ability, because, man, I do not have it right now. But, I've been talking to Corinne from high school, and it'd be nice to meet up and catch up. And she was a very formative person in my songwriting in my youth, because I had not really written a song about someone. Like, I never really had a muse to write about, and I guess I just picked her in high school, and it was very helpful. Very effective at writing music. It changed everything for me, and so it would be interesting to catch up with her, just to meet like this legend of my songwriting past. And I'm sure you remember, but we like sang 2 songs in front of her at 2 shows, and it meant so much to you at the time. Now it's cringy and embarrassing, but that was good. First real caring put into the songs, and that has helped me ever since. It's been nice. And yet now I still can't write anything, but I'm hoping something emerges, some inspiration, I was listening to Radiolab, and someone was talking about inspiration, and that they talk to it. If it's here, they talk to it, they try to talk it into staying into, where they want it to go. And yeah, I think what's the guy's name? Tom Waits? Is that him? Yeah, Tom Waits. He says he talks to his inspiration, and he'll tell it to go away if it's not the time, and he'll ask it to please come back when he's ready. And I guess it works for him. I don't know, man. I also worry that maybe I just used all my inspiration from the last 10 years. But I know there's more. What else? I have been reading the short stories from Patricia Highsmith, and the last one, I haven't finished it yet, It's about a scientist who hears about these giant snails on some island somewhere. And most people don't believe they're real, but he desperately wants to name a species after his last name, which I forget what it is, but he wants to name something after himself. And he's determined to go to this island to find these snails. And the snails are kind of a theme in this book. There's a snail on the cover, and the first short story involved snails. So it's not surprising when the giant snails turn out to be real, and they move very slowly, but they have like razor sharp teeth or something. Like they're very deadly. And this guy, they move so slowly, but this guy has to move quickly to get away from them, and he ends up being exhausted, and I think they're cornering him. And I don't know what happens next. But it's good. It's so refreshing reading short stories. I know I have another book in there with a bunch of sci-fi short stories. I read a few. I need to finish it. It's a good way to read. Less pressure to commit a lot of time to something, you know? Anyway, the humidifier's been nice. I'm going to leave it off tonight, but my nose is all clear, and that's good. Friday's Dream Theater, very excited. I think there's more. I might hang out with Destiny on Saturday. I think Saturday is Destiny Day. Yes. 9 a.m. And there's just a bunch more stuff this month. And I'm excited. And I'm feeling good. And oh, even more stuff. I did do things today. There's this video that I took 7 years ago of this toy bird that was at, I think it was at Grandma Diana's house, and then somehow ended up at my parents' house. And we couldn't figure out what the bird was saying. Like, you press a button and it says, "I love you," and there's a little bird that says something after. Can't figure out what it says. And I shared that on Metafilter today. I love that website. That is like that's how I find the cool things that I enjoy on the internet. But I posted it there, and a lot of people have commented what they think it says, and it's so refreshing because Reddit is terrible, and this feels like a nice, wholesome, old internet community. But I don't think any of the suggestions are right. Someone says maybe it actually repeats what you say, and that it has a recording of something that was recorded in there. Someone talked into it, and it might be gibberish. But it doesn't sound like, I mean, it changes the pitch, but it doesn't sound like my grandparents or my parents. So I think it's a recording. And someone suggested maybe it's Chinese, and they found a phrase that really does sound like Chinese that I think translates to a little bit, and then we don't know what the last word is. But it could be. It's definitely not an American toy. But that's exciting. I love that kind of internet sleuthing when it's not dangerous, you know? Yeah. I've gone over my allotted time. I wanted to keep this under 5 minutes, but future me, I hope you're still feeling good. I hope you find inspiration, and I hope you have a good night.